Hi everyone, welcome to Week 8 lectures. Today I will begin with two important announcements. Number one, based on your feedback, I have pushed back the weekly assignment submission deadline to Friday midnight for the rest of the semester. Previously it was on Thursday midnight, now you have an extra day for your weekly assignments. So by Friday midnight, you should submit both the assignment and the 5-minute reflection. Number two, the midterm will be available on November 2nd and it will include everything we have done till October 27th. I will share more details about the midterm through announcement later this week and the next. I hope that last week was productive to you in understanding the steps of data analysis and the basics of machine learning. I discussed the basics of machine learning, classification and clustering, how they differ. We did a new clustering algorithm, and we also practiced the different steps involved while doing data analysis. I believe that since we didn't have any assignment this week, you took the time to practice some of the concepts and catch up with the course. Next, we will learn on how to use R for data analysis. We will learn about the R programming language and how to use it for importing data, for data visualization, and for statistical analysis. If you're wondering about machine learning, we will do that using R as well, but that's something which we'll do for next week. First today, let's focus on R and why it is important for data scientists. R is an open source, free, and very powerful environment for doing data processing. It could go from simple math manipulations to advanced visualization techniques. This class provides an introduction to R language with its syntax, a few examples, and how it can be integrated with Python. Together, Python and R are probably the two most important tools in data science. R is open source. It's an open source software which we use for statistical computing, and it's available on all the major platforms for free. If you have ever used or heard about MATLAB, SPSS, SAS, etc., well, R can do all of those things: statistics, data manipulation, visualization, running data mining, and machine learning algorithms. But it costs you nothing, and you have an amazing set of tools at your disposal that is constantly expanding. Similar to Python, there is an active community building and supporting these tools. R offers you all the power of statistics and graphics that you can handle, and that's why it's becoming the industry standard for scientific computing. You can download R from https://www.rproject.org. There you can also read up on R and related projects, join mailing lists, and find all the help you need to get started and to do amazing things in data analysis. I will provide you with more details on how to download and install R if you like. So once downloaded and installed, start the R program. You will be presented with the R console. Here you can run R commands and programs that we will work with later in the class. To leave the program, enter Q. But as before, instead of using this program directly, we will take advantage of an integrated development environment, or IDE as we popularly know them as. In this case, it will be RStudio for R. So go to https://rstudio.com/products/rstudio/downloads and pick the version that matches your operating system. Go ahead and start it up. You should see multiple windows or panes, including the familiar R console where you can run R commands. As with the regular R, you can enter Q on the RStudio console and exit. I will also share a few YouTube videos with you which will explain how to install R and RStudio on Windows. If you're using Mac or any other operating system, I would suggest that you find out the appropriate way of installing that into your computer. So let's get started with R. First, I will open RStudio from my navigator. You could see this is the console. So this is the console. This is the environment where we can view the different data sets. We could view history. We could also view the connections. So the history shows the commands which we executed previously. So you could see it shows all the commands which I have executed in the past. The environment shows you the different data sets. You could import the dataset using click from here. And here we have the different other menus. We could install or update packages from here. First, press Ctrl Shift and F10. So that will restart your R and clear up the environment. Next, I'll hit File and say New File, R script. This will create a script for me. Now let's start with some of the very basics that are similar to what we did on the Python console. As you can see, there's a greater than sign, which is the command prompt in RStudio. For example, if I want to do some arithmetic operation, I'll just type 2 plus 2 and it gives me the output. So the output always comes with a line number. I could also assign values to variables here. X equals to 2, y equals to 3, and I can do z equals to x plus y, and I'm printing the value of z. So that gives me the value as 5. You could also check different logical operations. As you can already see, the outputs are exactly the same as we got with Python. You can also assign values to a variable using the less than and dash sign. For example, this command tells R that my A is equal to 7. Now let's write a small program on the R console. You remember the leap year program which we did in Python? We are doing the exactly same program here. So I'll have to check if the year divided by 4 leaves a remainder of 0. If the year is divisible by 4, then it's a leap year. If not, then it's not a leap year. Now you can see my program tells me if it is a leap year. Here what we did is we assigned a value to the variable year. That's what happens here. You could have also assigned the value using this operator. Next, we checked if the variable year is divisible by 4 using the modulus operator. The modulus operator here is 2 percentage signs. Now this is a little bit different from Python where we are using a single percentage sign. Now if this is true, then we are printing that the year is a leap year. Now as you can understand, we can type a lot of commands in the console itself, but it gets a bit tedious once the number of statements increases. So let's put our code into the script which we have already defined here.